Welcome Freddies to the highly anticipated April 15 win challenge video where I break down where my brother and I went in as a duo to beat the challenge. The first game is a game I got from my brother. Enjoy! And jumping into the second game of Bounty, I played too many games and I didn't have the first game on recording, so I had to ask my brother to record it. And I thought it'd be fun to throw in the little Brawl Stars song instead of me commentating. So this game we had a bad random playing with us, the Colets. She kept feeding, not hitting any shots, kept getting close to me every time she got hit by Bell. It was a pretty rough struggle, and then I messed up right there. I got pinched by the Byron and B, and the Bell basically, had nowhere to go. I think the Bell outranges me by a little bit. That's quite a bit of difficulty. And then luckily our third player went AFK, because this is where we actually started doing better. It's quite amazing how bad a lot of people are. I don't know if it's deliberate or an accident, but I still think it's funny how we started doing better. Even though I died right after that, but we do start doing better, I promise. See, and I think the random came back because look how they just stand there. Ugh, pretty frustrating, especially after we gained the lead. All we gotta do is got 30 seconds, I gotta take my time, but of course my random kills me, gets close to me with the bell shot. And 20 seconds, so I know we gotta move in or else we're gonna lose since we're down 3. Freddy got the tie, but not the blue star, and here I pop off in the last 15 seconds. Byron, B, and I think I get Bell too. Yep. It's a pretty frustrating match. We thought we were gonna get a loss so quickly in the game. Third match of Bounty. I was trying to move to the middle to get the blue star, but Grom went there, and then I guess Grom decided to take the right, so that was my chance to go mid again, take the blue star. As soon as I see a chance, I go in and get it. And I was a little upset that I hit that tick bomb, even though I jumped. And right around here, Freddy starts getting in trouble. So I try to move in to tank any shots that I can. Luckily, I didn't have to tank anything, but if I had to, I was trying to body block. Especially guessing that Piper probably had the homing gadget. So luckily, we got him out without feeding too much. And right around here, Freddy has a clutch gadget, evading the tick and the Eve. I think he was struggling with tick, so and then I switch over to the left. So I got better mobility. Made a little mistake right there. Should have just gadgeted rather than waste a shot. Tank the tick head, but it's all good. I think Grom's about to use a super, and then Freddy senses that, so he goes in, gets a Piper. All we gotta do is defend the last 10 seconds. I don't want us to get pinched by the tick and Piper, so I go in and aggro on tick, and then we win. Even though my video cut out 5 seconds, so my bad. On this round, on the Brawl Ball rounds, I decided to go Spike. We practiced first on our mini accounts, and we kind of struggled with my brother playing Fang. So he took Eve, and I went Spike instead, which is a good thing that I played Spike, because we went up against a lot of tanks here. It's still kind of a rough matchup. If Shandy can 3-shot me, BB can be very evasive, difficult to hit. Nita's Bear can soak up my shots with my slow reloads. But the Sandy and the Nita messed up right there, so I was able to go in and score. And I guess Nita gave up, Sandy gave up, she just goes to sleep. Decides to take a nap. Second round of Brawl Ball. Here for sure I know I gotta pop off because of the 2 tanks. I'm the highest DPS here. Can't let that Primo and Daryl go in. And right about here we find out what gadget Primo has. And we assume the Meteor since he didn't chuck the Rico, which is good information. Here I gotta be careful. I can't let the Darrow go in like that. So I use super to slow him down. I'm able to get a lot of kills right there. And Spike has enough health where I could tank 1 shot from Daryl. So I just walk it in. Our next 2 matches were both draws. They're very long and drawn out, so I'm going to skip over those 2, but they're really rough. This matchup, I again feel that all 3 brawlers are a bad matchup for me. I think Brock can 2 or 3 tap me, and he's got more range. Terra can waste my ammo with her pets, and then Spike always loses to throwers when there's a bunch of walls. So try to avoid the dynamite, go for the Terra. I feel like I got the best matchup with Terra. And I gotta use all my resources to slow down Terra, or else she would have scored right there. Super to stop it. And during this match, we were kind of screaming at the Edgar to stop going against Tara. Just kept feeding her, and I think eventually it almost felt like he heard us because at some point I think he stopped going after her. Maybe after that mark. He's got to keep going after Brock. That's his best matchup. Brock or the Dynamite. Right here, I just try to keep the ball away and hope Freddy can hold it, which is a little too much to ask. 3 versus 1, not too much he can do. Oh, I think it's right here is when finally Edgar decides to go for his matchups instead of feeding the Terra. And just like that, we score really easily. Freaking our third player doesn't feed. He has good Freddy teamwork, super Dyna, and then my brother finishes him off. Mistake by Dynamite, capitalized with the shot. And Edgar just decides to be a ball hog and not do anything. Literally just run around while we do all the work. Guess that's better than him jumping in and feeding. Alright, moving into knockout. This is the 7th match of the 15-win challenge, or going for the 7th win rather, since not exactly the 7th match. I try to help Sandy right here, and I end up instantly regretting it. I get caught. Matchup looks pretty bleak for Freddy. Griff does so much damage up close to what Fang wants to do, and then Dyna just has to kind of keep him at bay, which he could pull it off, just really unlikely. See right there, as soon as he goes in, Dyna just they just unload all his shots. And this time I decide I'm not covering for Sandy. If he dies, he dies, but it's better to just let him die there rather than try to help him waste my resources. And wait for my eggs to spawn, wait for the babies. And that's our time to move in as they tank all those shots.
Sugar and spice.
I think that was a double stun by Freddy. I gotta be careful, so I have to gadget out of there. But the babies were moving in, so I try to take position, and I got a good shot right there on the Piper. Now all you gotta do is just whittle down this Griff. I really wanted a baby to get him, but that's okay. Finish him off. So if you thought the Sandy was bad, Penny was even worse. I felt like the thing about being a Freddy is that you hate Penny. Penny's not feeding, or wasn't feeding Sandy. Still, don't play Penny. If you want to be a bad random, that's it's like a signature brawler to play. Mr. P makes a mistake, my brother sees that, so he goes in, and he expected the Penny to pinch with him, but Penny walked out, so I see that, and I decided to go in and help my brother. That's why pennies are stupid. We got him trapped right here, so all we gotta do is just farm supers. I have mine, so I'm trying to get my brother to get his. And usually on the second round knockout, I'm always expecting a Leon to have his super. And he got it right there. So I'm waiting, and then I jump, anticipating when he's gonna show up, and that paid off immensely as I take him out, and I survived. It's a really clutch gadget, if I do say so myself. And at this point, I'm just trying to weaken them for Freddy. But I fed too much and I died. But luckily they all clumped up and my brother's able to clutch it with the gadget. Okay, third round of knockout. This Piper, whether for better or for worse, we ended up getting paired with this player like 2, 3, or 4 times throughout our challenges here. Probably thinks he's really good when we just carried him in all those matches. One thing that helped us was the Leon gadget. He used the clone instead of the lollipop, which the lollipop is usually better. And we're just trying to, or I'm trying to trap him in without feeding, just get some chip shots and stuff. And hopefully Piper maybe can get a shot to finish him off, or my brother sees a chance to go in, he gets his super. And I have my super, but since they're cornered, I'm not going to use it. And the tick on the other side is being a bad random, so he just bleeds through his HP by staying in the gas there. So that was a lucky break for us. And right here, there's gonna be one of the babies gonna tank the tick head. It's gonna go by really fast that you won't even notice. Right here. And I think it protected, it saved the Piper for sure, if not protected her a little bit. But I thought that was funny. And our first match of Gem Grab didn't go so well. We lost. I don't remember how we lost. I should have played it, but I didn't want the video to be super long, which is already kind of long, 30 minutes more or less. My brother decided to go Ashe because we anticipated playing Terra every single match, and we sure did. With the splash damage, he felt like he could take on the Terra pets a little bit better. Just line them up and hit them all at once. Right here, I'm moving closer, take position, just trying to get as many babies on the field as possible. Here, there's a good example. My brother using his splash dash to take out all the pets at once. Oh yeah, so the Shelly here is the Piper we played with on the last round of Knockout.
Sweet chance to dream.
Second match of Gem Grab, or second round. No scouting abilities from B, so I'm very aware of that. Trying not to go in too deep without B being able to scout, like a Sandy or Crow or Terra. So here just playing slow, waiting for one of us to win a matchup. And I think right here, Freddy gets Spike. Yeah, he does. And then at that same, more or less the same time, I also get Terra. Move up, get position, and at this time you can still get a baby to spawn with your star power while they're in their invincibility frames. So that's a little tidbit for Eve. And I think that's still accurate even as of now, in the post-patch. And earlier, when Freddy picked up those gems, he called out he was gonna go in, so I go in to help cover him. Back when we were over there on their spawn point. I forgot to call that. Just gotta slow them down so they don't get beat. And they end up getting B anyways. But right here we'll get E. Yep. Man, that bee is getting so lucky, she should have died. Okay, next match of gem grab. Here we're playing with that guy that was a Shelly and Piper in the previous matches. So just our luck to get stuck with him again. I know that this matchup is going to be kind of rough for our tanks because the Frank counters Ash. Terra's pets can tank the Daryl shots, and then Gale is a really good tank counter. So I know I gotta carry as much as I can to make it easier for our tanks. I also realize that I have to be the gem carrier, so I'm trying to get the gems, but then this Daryl picks them up. And I'm also trying to avoid the Frank super. And Daryl, man, keeps picking up the gems. Just trying to get as many babies on the field as possible. Slow down everybody. Bait out Terra's super. Gadget away. Daryl's in trouble, so I go in and try to help him out. That's so annoying playing with this guy. He's gonna die. Yup. Die. And then just bait out Frank super, gadget out. I think that was my last gadget. I used all my gadgets to bait out like something. I decided to look at this guy's profile, and he's a pretty average player. Kind of annoying playing with him 3 times. Then moving on to Hot Zone, we lost our first 2 matches, okay. Which means we only have 1 loss left in the challenge before we eliminate it. Freddy went in as Fang, and I guess he felt those weren't working too well, so he decided to go Pam instead. And as you can see, that worked a lot better. We start playing and we get paired up with a Crow, which Crow's really good in professional scenes, but every time we play with a Crow or a Mortis on ladder, it's we tend to always lose because they just feed and they don't play correctly, and they don't know how to play that brawler right to their advantage. So we're pretty worried that we're stuck with Crow. Not enough DPS and stuff. And here, I was struggling with the Eve matchup, so every time I have a chance, I'm trying to aim for the Pam. So I could poison her, the babies, and also she's a bigger target, or I think she's a bigger target, so she's easier to hit. And another good thing that worked out for us is that right there, we found out that the Pam was using the inferior kit, which is I think the healing star power and the healing gadget. Yeah, if you want to be a good Pam, you gotta use the other half of the kit. And right there, I think Crow had a good super actually, so that was good. Almost died, but that was enough to steal the match, so I'll give him that. Yeah, the Pam pick worked out a lot better for us because we have someone that's tankier that can stay on the circle versus Banks in the grass, and then I would be on the circle, but I guess that wasn't working out too well. Here we got a better pick with Ems. She's got splash damage. And I missed my shots, or could have gotten that Fang. And if I remember correctly, this spike, or the next spike, no, I think it's the next one. This one, yeah, this matchup wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's not the spike, it's the next one. Yeah, but we're still doing pretty good. Pretty good control. So this last match is for all the marbles. We win it off. We lose it all. And I've been losing on the last two matches. I kept losing the Eve v Eve matchup, so I just gotta really focus in so I don't get outplayed. Spike did a really good job blocking my shots with this cactus. The spike really made I felt like made a really big difference. Way better than the last spike. So far what we're doing, I guess, is pretty good because we're still up. But here shortly, it ends up looking dicey, a little spicy. See right here, I should have won, but this spike just, ugh, man, he used this cactus to his fullest. If I would have won that, it wouldn't have been as difficult. Right here it's looking pretty bad because they got control and they're only like 10% difference from us. So it's probably the last chance. We have to win this. Luckily I get that kill, and I get this last kill and I yell at Freddy to go in. That's only Eve. And that's that. We win that matchup. You know, I played bad on some of the hot zones. I was able to clutch those last two kills.
Useful and mostly harmless.
I wanted to look at some of the quality of the other players, which is a level 30, a bunch of 25s. So compared to us, they were, I guess, a little bit better. 35, bunch of rank 30s, 25s. So yeah, I guess they were pretty good. And they were on a team. More 30s, 35, 25s. And again, me and my brother only went in as a duo, so we did have to play with a random. But we still were able to win.